Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with my midday analysis. Today is Tuesday the 17th of October 2017. Time is 13:07 here in the UK. Today's analysis, we're going to be looking for reversal and continuation setups. We're going to be looking at all the charts on the right here. We're going to be looking at pretty much all the time frames I trade for each of those charts, and just scanning for reversal setups. I do go through my charts pretty fast because I can easily and quickly see if there's a setup there. If there's no setup, I'll just flick straight to the next chart. So don't expect in-depth analysis on each and every pair because that's not what I do. I don't really care about where a pair is going to go this week. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is there a trade forming right now? That's what I care about. So that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, let's dive right in. We're going to get started with AUDJPY. So what's going on with AUDJPY? You'll see that we have some pretty close support resistance areas on this pair. Now, a lot of people, they'll say to me, Nick, those support resistance areas are too close together. That's not good. Shouldn't you remove one? I've actually had someone ask this a few days ago to me on Skype. Now, the answer to that is no. You can't just remove support resistance areas and pretend they're not there. If there's a support resistance area there, you need to place it because it is going to have an impact on price. So here we can see both these areas are having an impact on price right now. Now that's going to make it very hard for us to take any trades here because there's just not really enough room for price to move without being obstructed by either a support or resistance area. So long story short, no setups here on AUDJPY. We'll flick through anyway. There's nothing I'd really want to trade here. Something I forgot to mention, by the way, is there is a chat, but it's not appearing on screen right now. So I'll be reading out the questions if there's any questions and then answering them. Just so people watching the YouTube video don't think I'm talking to myself and asking myself questions. Alright, AUD New Zealand. Yeah, nothing much going on there. We can't really do anything with that. AUDUSD. I might need a bit of an update to the support resistance areas, to be honest. It's dipped below this current support area to come back up to it. We don't really have any clear potential setups right here, and nothing that looks like it's coming soon. Maybe a bullish continuation, but nah, not really. So yeah, nothing really that I'd want to trade there. All right, let's take a quick look at CADJPY. CADJPY is sitting in between two support resistance areas. So it's sitting here, we got support there, resistance there. That generally means there's no potential setups for, well, no setups that I would want to trade. So Euro AUD, potential continuation, but it's not really continuing from much. I don't really see any safe setups here. Euro GBP, again in between support resistance, so it's in between the two areas, so no setups there. Guys, if you have any pairs that are showing setups, let me know and I'll cover them. Anything that's not on my list. Euro JPY is in between areas, nothing there. Euro New Zealand is in between areas, so there's nothing there I would want to trade. Euro USD, that short is going well. Who was in that short? I know Liz was and Ash was. You still in, Ash? Pretty sure Liz closed before the weekend. Yeah, there we go. Liz closed before the weekend. Ash is still holding. Nice work, Ash, man. That's a good move, holding on to that. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say a good move. It's a neutral move holding over the weekend, but I just mean you're doing well with the setup itself. I'm going to just assume your entry and your exit roughly. It doesn't have to be exact, but it looks like you're sitting at a over 2 risk reward right now. Is that right? Nice, man. Good work. Good work. You've extended it to free. Is your free around about here where I'm guessing the 11730 or a bit higher, a bit lower? Because I'm guessing your entry, your stop loss. It's at 34, 11734. All right, so I guessed about right. Cool. All right, nice work, Ash. Definitely has potential to get down to there. That would be a good trade for you. 1 to 3. That's quite nice. Nice gain if it gets there. All right, GBPAUD. Yeah. That's weird. The 12-hour doesn't have. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nothing much on GBPAUD. GBPCAD. Looks like it's going short right now, but it's a bit too late to enter because the trade's already triggered. Is anyone short on this? I wish we could have the chat on screen. I don't like that it's not on screen. But I can't move it onto the screen because, at least on my version, I see everyone's last names. I wish it didn't show last names. I don't want to put them on the YouTube video. Can you guys see each other's last name on the chat? Because that way I could just log in as a guest. You can? Oh, never mind. I'm going to try some new webinar software tomorrow. I'm going to try something different. We're testing this one. This one's a lot better, but there's something else that might be even better. So I'm going to try that tomorrow, and that might give us the ability to have the chat on the screen properly. That would be nice, to be honest. But anyway. Let's continue with the analysis. GBPCAD doesn't look like anyone's short, so... GBPJPY is just sitting in between support resistance. We can't do much with that. GBP New Zealand. Anyone who was short on this, by the way? There were a bunch of you short on this last week, weren't there? Man, I wasn't around last week. I was so busy last week. I didn't really get much of a chance to spend time on the forum. So I'm kind of like not really caught up with all the trades that were being taken. You closed before the weekend, Ash? Well, that sucks. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad move. I'm just saying it sucks because it opened up and it just went straight down. It was very messy, though. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Definitely very messy. GBP was just like all over the place on Friday and on Thursday. Just up, down, up, down. It was surprising everyone, so... Yeah, I could totally see why you got out. It makes sense. All right, GBPUSD. What's going on with that? There's nothing much we can do here. I know it's on support, but you know, I would struggle to say that this would be a continuation setup. Nothing much we can do here. New Zealand JPY. Okay, here we finally have something. I thought we weren't going to get anything today. This actually looks somewhat decent. Let's try and figure out what the overall trend is on this pair. There is none. It's not really trending up or down. It's kind of ranging. I guess the closest thing we could say to a trend would be a bullish trend, but I'd struggle to call this a proper bullish trend. So going back to the 12-hour, let's say, price is hitting this resistance area and installing here. Let's keep a close eye on this one. Let's keep an eye on it on the daily, but that daily candle looks a bit big to give us a decent setup. But let's keep an eye on it on the daily, on the 12-hour, maybe even on the 8-hour. Let's just see what happens. Let's keep a close eye on this area. This 80.65 for New Zealand JPY. It could give us a nice setup. It's definitely stalling at this resistance area. We just need to wait and see if it stalls enough and if it gives us a setup. So we're looking for a potential short setup here, a reversal setup. I wouldn't really say it's counter trend. I wouldn't really say it's with the trend either. It's hard to say the actual direction of the trend. Even on the weekly chart, it's just, You know, the closest we could say is, like I said, bullish trend, but it's not really in that strong of a bullish trend. So trading counter, so not counter, but trading short would not be that risky in my assessment. So let's keep a close eye on this. This might give us a nice little short setup. New Zealand JPY, first potential of the day. Hopefully there's some more, and there is some more. Straight on to New Zealand USD, stalling pretty heavily on this resistance area. Liz is saying, I'm in New Zealand USD, it hit my entry, so I got triggered in, but it didn't hit my stop, so probably hit my entry after spiking up. Yeah, that makes sense. So why it's good with some brokers, they'll have like one order cancels out the other. Well, not one order, but if a stop loss, if price goes up before going down, it's going to cancel the order, which is probably what you would have wanted in this situation. Because if you have your stop loss set here and your entry order set here, it spiking up to here should probably cancel this trade setup for you. So that should cancel your entry order. Some brokers have that. I think AUDJPY is probably one of them, because they have advanced order types. I think MT4 has a plugin for advanced order types like that. I don't know what it's called. I don't use MT4. I'm just I just know there is one that exists that probably does that because it has a lot of advanced order types. If you don't have that with your broker, you should possibly look into getting it because it is extremely helpful. When price spikes up and goes beyond what your stop loss is set at, it should cancel your entry. So, where does that leave us with New Zealand USD? I mean, it's not like it's not a potential short setup. It's still a potential short setup. It's just this candle is kind of big. So let's keep a close eye on New Zealand USD. Let's see what happens here. This could very well turn into a reversal setup. Yeah, of course I know you're with AUDJPY, Liz. I just assumed you didn't know the order type. Ash, I didn't realize you were with AUDJPY. I could be totally wrong about that. I think AUDJPY has it. I've been messing around with AUDJPY, but I honestly haven't really looked if they have that order type because I haven't really found a need to use it as of yet. But I'll look into it today. Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. In case you missed it, Forex Mastermind, my online training course and forum, is now open for enrollment for a few days. Check it out by clicking the link below this video. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.